I've confirmed it. My husband no longer cares about me. Okay, so this morning when I woke up in a really bad mood. Okay, I don't know why I woke up in a bad mood, but I was just in a bad mood. And I wanted to talk to him about it. I really did. So when he asked me the first time, he said, "What's wrong with you? You're acting like you're in a bad mood or something." I said, "No, I'm fine." Okay, so then he asks again. He was like, "No, I can tell something's wrong with you. What's going on? Is there something wrong?" And I said, "No, I'm fine." And then he never asked me again. He never asked again. And what hurts the most is that I was going to tell him on that third time. I was going to tell him the third time that he asked.
Is he a mind reader? Like, seriously, if you have a problem and your partner, your husband or whatever, asks you what is wrong, tell them or shut up. Seriously. You don't play with people expecting them to ask you 3 times before you're going to tell them something. What is wrong with people? Seriously. That is the most delusional thing I think I've ever heard. Anyway, let's continue.
And then he just must not care. He must not give a single shit what's wrong with me because he didn't ask for the third time. He did not persist with the questions. He asked twice and he let it go. Who does that? Who does that?
I'll tell you who does that. Somebody who doesn't care about their wife. That's who does that. Somebody who's probably cheating on her. Somebody who is preoccupied talking to somebody else all day. He hasn't even texted me today to ask me what was wrong. He hasn't, because he hasn't thought twice about it. He has not let it consume his thoughts. It's been consuming mine. I've been unwell all day. The only way for him to properly make up for this.
Okay, listen, I've confirmed it. My husband no longer cares about me. Okay, so
Oh dear God, I can't listen to it again. This woman, what is wrong with her? Seriously. I'm seriously asking because I don't get this at all. It's like she's playing a game with him. And now she thinks he's cheating? What the hell? How did you get from that to that? I don't understand people. And here's another Karen. Let's have another crazy clip meltdown. Because this woman, she's insane. Even throwing herself on the ground. Let's have a check. Let's check this one out. I can't with these people.
You're not taking my package. That's my stuff. Excuse me.
Excuse me. Ow! Oh my God! You killed me.
I did not kill you.
You
You're fine.
Oh my God!
You sprayed me with whatever that stuff is. You're not taking my package.
Oh my Godfather. Seriously? These women, like, over dramatic, hysterical. I don't know what you call it. That one was hysterical. It's so hysterical, I'm still laughing. What a silly woman. Oh my, these women, honestly, I don't know what's wrong. There's something wrong with society these days. Really badly wrong with society. Hey guys, the wind is howling out here, so if you can hear noise in the background, I'm sorry, it's the wind. Okay, thought the house was going to take off last night, sorry. And anyone in southern Australia, please stay safe if you've got high winds, especially if you're in the mountain areas. Okay, let's get into it. Anti-WEF. Women can be just as vile, self-serving and vindictive as any man, which is very true. Every leader associated with the WEF should be immediately removed from all positions of power and be prosecuted for treason. And here, I agree, here in Australia too. And look, they have a lot. They have the young global leaders and the young global shapers. Okay, so you haven't just got like one, the ones who are in power. You got other people behind them too. It's a big web. Okay, we've got this one from Wall Street. Silver said strategic. Where do they go for strategic monkeypox vaccinations? What's going on here? Who launches the global Mpox strategy, including strategic vaccination? I don't even know what that means. Do you know what that means? Does anyone know what this means? Yeah, the key to it. This is the key. Oh dear. Terrible, terrible disease. Mainly between, I don't know, partners. A lot of men. Joey Manorino said Dr. Matthias Rath just comes out and says what we all know. The big companies need... I'm going to have to read that one on Rumble. But they need this to secure their massive profits, the big C. It's psychological warfare on the public. Okay, American as far said breaking. The US government mistakenly transferred $239 million to the Taliban. How the fuck does that happen? Someone tell me how that happens, please. Because how in the hell do you mistake? It's not a mistake. They just said it was a mistake. $239 million to the Taliban. Well done. We have it all, said 4 to 6%, lost forever. Machiavelli said retards for Harris is really a thing. Are you ready for this one? Oh my goodness. Let me tell you right now.
Trump or Kamala?
Kamala. I like her, and I'm a Democrat.
And why do you like her?
Because she will be a good female president, and I would love to have a good female president for the U.S.
And what do you think she'll do good for our country?
She'll actually help our country more than Donald Trump would do, because she is smart and she's more reliable.
And what do you think are some exact things she'd do?
She'll do lower income and lower taxes.
So she'd lower everyone's income?
Yes,
Is that a good thing?
that is a good thing.
What do you think about Donald Trump?
Donald Trump is the worst president in the whole wide world
How come?
because he hurt the Capitol building and he started World War III.
I don't blame him. He laughed and I don't blame him. That is insane. That has to be a joke, doesn't it? Like, seriously, she's going to lower your income? Is that what you want? Because with lower income maybe comes lower taxes, but I mean, I don't know. Are people really that stupid, do you think? Like, I'm really sorry to the lady, but do you think people really are that stupid? I'm beginning to wonder. Okay, then we have Gunther Eagleman here, said, if we don't hold Mark Zuckerberg accountable, nothing changes. Because he's been doing what they've just arrested, what's his name for? You know the guy? Telegram guy. Okay, we've got Farzad. Said Joe Rogan should host a podcast with Elon and Zuckerberg at the same time. They should discuss the importance of free speech together. As 3 of the largest owners of media in the world. Who's the third one? Is that Joe Rogan he's talking about? I don't know, but that would be interesting, definitely. Joe Rogan hosting a podcast with Elon and Zuckerberg at the same time. I'd tune in. Okay, then we got this one. Take a stand. They plan to disqualify Trump January 6, 2025 and start a civil war. NATO? Now, I think I may have shared this before, but we'll have a listen.
So it's going to be up to us on January 6, 2025 to tell the rampaging Trump mobs that he's disqualified. And then we need bodyguards for everybody in civil war conditions.
Who is this guy? Who is that man? Yeah, I hope he's arrested soon. Because that is, fiddling around with election. The same thing they accused Trump and J6s of doing. Bryce Lipscomb said, personally, I hope real Donald Trump disbands NATO and forces Europe to pay for their own defence. NATO is unnecessary and causing the frictions we have with Russia. I hope he trashes the UN too. Let's end globalism in 2024. I definitely agree with that. Bryce Lipscomb. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Okay, I'm not good at names. Just know that. Okay, from here on in, I am not good with people's names, nor pronunciations of many things. Cernovich said France is not a Western country anymore. They have no military might. The United States must allow these anti-freedom European countries to fight their own wars. They don't even believe in freedom of speech. End NATO now. And there is a big call for people ending NATO. Mike Benz here said, I need you to absorb everything I told Newsmax here about NATO's military intelligence and political reasons for seizing control over Telegram and using this new political prosecution of Pavel to finally get it. So is that what it's all about? Is it NATO who wants Telegram? So France has done it for them? And apparently they entrapped him going there. They invited him Apparently, Macron invited him over there and then arrested him. Tell me that's not entrapment. Mike said, Karen, okay, Trump 2024, it's all going to shit. Liz Churchill said she claimed to care about the poor, lol. Daily Mail said Oprah Winfrey snaps up 870 acres on Hawaii's island, Maui, for $6.6 million on top of the 100 she already owns, amid anger from locals who say mega rich like her and Mark Zuckerberg are pricing them out. Is this new news or old news? I want to know the date. Okay, it was 6 days ago, according to me. There you go. I'm pretty sure we knew about this when the fires happened, that she was going to do this, didn't we? But look, Zuckerberg's getting pulled in with her again. Look, this whole thing's just going to open the biggest can of worms. Let's get Trump in and watch this can of worms get opened, guys. Come on, we need to clean it out. Worldwide, not just like, you need America, yes. They will lead everyone else the right way once you've got the leader of the free world here back in. MAGA Patriot TGM, Terry, said, how many of you think Kamala will get the questions beforehand? Because she's agreed to debate Trump now on the terms that they've already set out. Except it's changed again, I think. She finally agreed to do the debate without notes. She'll have to stand up and answer the questions, and mics will be turned off when it's not your turn. Now I feel compelled to watch. I'm just going to watch just because of the sheer stupidity of this person here. I really want to see it. Okay. Rachel at Trump 1 said, stuff is getting deep. Why this now? Just in. Democrats' Secretary of State confirms RFK Jr. will stay on the 2024 ballot despite campaign suspension. Okay? Despite suspending his campaign, JFK Jr. will remain on the ballot for Michigan's 2024 presidential election. In a Phoenix press conference last Friday, Robert Kennedy Jr. suspended his presidential campaign and endorsed Trump. RFK will remain on the ballot in states where his candidacy is likely to negatively impact Kamala Harris, while he will withdraw from the ballots in states where his presence could harm Donald Trump. In about 10 battleground states, we know this is already happening, right? A spokesperson for Michigan's Democratic Secretary of State, Jocelyn Benson, informed Axios that RFK Jr. is not permitted to withdraw his name from the ballot. Minor party candidates cannot withdraw, so his name will remain on the ballot in the November election, said Jocelyn Benson's office. Jocelyn Benson, Michigan's Secretary of State, also worked to keep the far-left candidate Cornel West off the Michigan ballot. RFK Jr. is the nominee for the Natural Law Party in the state of Michigan. The Natural Law Party held a convention to select electors for RFK Jr. They cannot meet at this point to select new electors since it's past the primary, Jocelyn Benson's spokesperson said. RFK Jr. supporters are reportedly shifting their votes to Donald Trump, which is why Michigan's Democrat Secretary of State is keeping Kennedy on the ballot in this key battleground state. Anything to try and throw a spanner in the works. Seriously. We, the meme, said here's a short video of Kamala Harris talking about EVs and decreasing the population. And yes, she does. Let's have a listen.
When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
So they've got to reduce population for clean air, and they could do that now. She's a nut. God help the world if she gets in, seriously. I meme, therefore I am, said, what has Trump done for you as a black woman? His policies allowed me to buy 6 bags of groceries versus 2 bags of nothing on the Kamala and Joe Biden. Okay, listen to this lady. She's got it. She knows what she's talking about.
Illegal immigrants may soon be entitled to a no-interest home loan. Yeah, you heard what I said. While American citizens can no longer afford theirs. You know what? I'm tired. I went to the grocery store last night. Picked up a pack of chicken wings, y'all. They were on sale for $20. I said it. Yeah, $20. The original cost at the register, they told me it was $29.99. $30 for a dang pack of chicken wings. And for everybody on my timeline, y'all get in here because I want to talk right to y'all. For everybody on my timeline talking about what has Trump done for you as a black woman? What has he done? What has he done for Americans? Ooh, please come here. His policies allowed me to buy 6 bags of groceries versus 2 bags of nothing under Kamala and Joe Biden. And y'all, come here. Tell me what in the Biden-Harris is going on in Massachusetts? Oh, you ain't heard? Students without bus service as Massachusetts funds busing migrants. We got our kids out there hitchhiking to school while illegal immigrants are using the school buses. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Kamala, where you at? And don't y'all tell me she's not the president. She's just the VP. Y'all know what? Kamala been running this show for God only knows how long. Why would I say that? I'm about to say it. Because Biden been on vacation. All his lights been on and nobody ain't been home. But what's Kamala's problem? She has an opportunity right now to show us how qualified she is to run this country. She has an opportunity to show us right now in real time. We are from crisis to crisis, from crisis to crisis. And apparently, we have people at the helm without problem-solving skills. What have Trump policies did? What has he done? Y'all, charity begins at home. And that's all I got.
And she's right. She is so right.
Illegal immigrants.
Okay, Candace Owens this week in the Free Democratic West. France arrested Pavel Durov for his refusal to let the government spy on his citizens via his app. Mark Zuckerberg admits the FBI and White House pressured him to censor Americans for thought crimes. Australian government officials suggested they might refuse my visa over speech I never said. And the United States just indicted Donald Trump again. And it's in response to Vivek Ramaswamy parody. It's a parody, mind you, so not the real one. The West has completely abandoned its role as the leader of democracy and free speech. It's outrageous that we are now doing the very things we used to condemn in third world countries, if not worse. Too true, really. We have it all, said Truth Social, real Donald Trump. It is DOJ policy that the Department of Justice should not take any action that will influence an election within 60 days of that election. But they just have taken such action. Voting starts on September the 6th, therefore the DOJ has violated its own policy. It's interference. All of these Comrade Kamala Biden hoaxes should be immediately dismissed, DJT. Well, they should, because Jack was thrown out, now he's trying to get it back in again. He's not even qualified. This is insane, seriously. Absolutely insane. Red Trumper said she's making it clear President Trump agreed to the exact rules as Kamala Harris's campaign agreed to, and now she wants to change them, allowing her to sit with notes. This is not musical chairs. Kaylee, I don't know how to say that, said they are done debating the debate. Let's have a listen.
I can't let you go without asking about the debate. It's making a lot of headlines. Is Trump planning on attending the ABC News debate September 10th? I know that there was some talk about being upset with the rules of it and maybe how ABC News conducted a recent interview with Senator Tom Cotton. Can you give us any insight? Will we see Trump debate Kamala Harris on ABC News?
Let's set the record straight on this. President Trump and our campaign committed to the ABC debate with the rules that were originally proposed, the same exact rules as the CNN debate where he competed and dominated Joe Biden. Kamala Harris's camp agreed to those rules as well. Now, all of a sudden, the Kamala Harris campaign is backpedaling. They are demanding new rules. They want it to be a seated debate. They want her to have notes on the debate stage. They want her to have an opening statement. It's probably because they've started their debate prep and her campaign team is realizing that she is not equipped to debate President Trump. If she can't debate President Trump with a simple set of rules, then she is certainly not fit to be commander-in-chief. It was her campaign spokesperson, Michael Tyler, who said the debate about debates is over. Well, now they're back to debating about debates. We are done. We have committed to the rules set by ABC, and Kamala Harris needs to be on that stage. We will see if she shows up.
Yeah, what's the bet? I don't
I
know.
can't let you go.
Bets are in now. Come on, get your bets in. Will Kamala show up to the debate with Trump? Okay, Sue knows best. So according to this Caesar person, students have to learn the 72 pronouns or however in the hell many there are now because she says so. This is just ridiculous, and thankfully my children are not in school any longer or there'd be a big mother effing issue, let me tell you right now, and I agree. Okay, let's listen to this Fruit Loop. Dear God, do we have to? Yep, let's go.
I am gender neutral, so I am not a lady. I can be pretty, but not a lady. Yes.
So you can't be pretty or...
I said I can be pretty.
So you can be pretty and you can't...
Oh God, somebody stop the world, let me get off. Really? This is nonsense. It's not how the world is progressing. It's actually regression and insanity.
Yes.
Isn't it kind of disrespectful to like put stuff in our faces and into our heads that we don't necessarily want to align with or learn?
No, it wouldn't be, because that's the way the world works. So even though it's something that you don't identify as,
not the whole world.
Well, even
that's
though
more so just like the USA, more so like.
Okay, well, where do you live? In the USA.
You said that's the way the world works. I'm just saying the whole world, like the.
Yeah, it's not the whole world. It's just our Western nations they're trying to destroy right now. Okay, 5DME81 said, remember everyone said they would leave when Trump got elected, but no one actually did? Steve Harvey, I want to encourage you to stay in America. Donald Trump is America first, made in America, and he will make America great again. Wow, that's a bit of a... Wasn't he against him? Steve Harvey? Anyway, let's listen to this.
Remember when everyone said they'd leave if Trump got elected, but no one actually did?
What we don't have here is free healthcare, free education, and Swedes live a very long life. Can you please help me convince my husband to get on board and move to Sweden, the land of IKEA?
I want to encourage you to stay here in this country. Donald Trump is not going to be that bad. Don't run. He's going to make IKEA bring their ass over here and start building them desks and stuff in America, because he's going to make America great again. Let's go, Donald Trump!
Remember when everyone said they'd...
Yeah, I don't know, because I have a feeling Steve Harvey has switched. I know who he is because he's a comedian, because I remember hearing him back in the 90s and actually loved his comedy. Yeah, so there you go. And we've got another one here. Insurrection Barbie said Kamala Harris and the DNC offered to pay Cornel West to stay off the ballot. It sounds like a bribe and it sounds like an illegal act.
Did they just one more on this? Did they offer you? Did they offer you a cabinet position, a lower position, and offer to pay off any of your campaign debt?
Well, they offered serious substantive conversation about all of those that could lead toward some real
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
And
Now I've seen this man go weird too. I don't know. But he apparently is saying that Kamala and the DNC offered to pay him off, to get him off the ballot. He's a very far left person, apparently. Allegedly. I don't know. Insurrection Barbie said Kamala Harris is a fraud and a coward, so she's so entitled she thinks she just deserves the presidency despite the fact she's done absolutely nothing to earn it. She has no policies, she has no personality, she has no empathy, no moral character, is a shallow and vapid narcissist. There's no way the American people will elect her unless there is a massive fraud. So what do you think they're going to do? They're going to try. Okay. Pericles the Great. The Harris administration has brought no joy to Americans, 100%. For joy, vote them out of office. That's the joy. Okay, there's no joy in 40-year high inflation, food shortages, unaffordable housing, unemployment, high gas prices, credit card debt, overtaxation, our country's invasion, child trafficking, genocide, racism, poison food supplies, pandemics and drug population, bioweapons, war, military weakness, treason, fear, censorship, a police state. There is no joy in Democrat policies, and Kamala cackles won't change my mind. Not only that, but I do believe the joy thing was a Nazi thing. Janine MAGA Meme Queen said, just so you know, more votes than registered voters is not a software glitch, okay? It's treason. It's not a software glitch. This is what they did. They boarded up all the windows while they were counting. What do you think they were doing? Okay, and apparently Obama funded Project Warp Speed. In 31st of July 2020, Rep. Bill Foster questions NIH Dr. Fauci about the procedure most people were forced to have. In 2013, Barack Obama gave $25 million via DARPA to start up Moderna TX to develop mRNA injections, followed by $125 million to BARDA in 2015. Okay, let me see. Military whistleblowers' medical records show 5 Moderna were administered from October 2014 to November 2014. Wow. Wow, that is insane. Okay, we're going right. Oh wow, there's a whole thing going on here. Okay, they've got people with the magnets and stuff. There seems like a whole thread of problems. I'm trying to get to the top of it to see what the first post was. Not that I can read it, but on here, but okay, goodness me, I'm gonna have to re-look into that one, I think. Okay, back one more. Okay, wow, that's interesting. I'll leave that unliked because I'll have to read that one. Smoky Girl 25 said, yet it cost $450 billion to care for the migrants who invaded our country, but yet building the wall was too expensive. But are any of you at all surprised by this? No, I'm not. Are you?
So it costs $450 billion to care for the migrants who invaded our country, and yet they told us $10 billion for a wall was too expensive. Got it.
More insanity. Oh, my goodness. Okay, Molly said, given that Jack Smith wasn't confirmed through Congress, how was he able to rewrite and refile charges, bogus ones, against Trump? Doesn't the President of the United States who took an oath have the right to make sure we have fair elections? You'd think so, wouldn't you? Because Jack Smith's superseding indictment in the Trump election subversion case? Absolutely insane. Again, it's just more insanity. This movie, I don't like it. I don't like it. Nanlee Marie Karasimi, a failed metric of government whereby the more we spend, the better outcome we receive, is a flawed and failed measure. The Secret Service should have more than enough assets and resources in place with a $3 billion budget. If they can't do their job, you should start sacking them, firing them from the top down. It's obvious money is going somewhere else into someone's pocket. Yeah, it's pretty obvious to me. I don't know that with $3 billion budget they cannot get a good Secret Service. I don't think so. Gillian Flavel said, meanwhile in Trudeau's Canada. Welcome to Canada, said Melissa. Just a vending machine with crack pipes and cocaine snorting kits and more. You've got to be joking. They're not joking, by the way.
Let's go get a free crack pipe and cocaine smoking kit.
Free, apparently. Oh, is this at the hospital, is it? You have got to be kidding.
So now we can learn how to snort cocaine with this informational video right here.
Oh my God, they even teach you how to do it. With cartoons.
So I'm outside the Nanaimo Hospital, and I was able to get a crack inhalation kit and a cocaine snorting kit. Unfortunately, the crack pipes were out, which is no surprise because crack pipes can be traded for drugs. All of these items you can get for free at a vending machine located just directly over there outside of the Nanaimo Hospital emergency room.
That is insane as well. The whole world's gone insane right now. Oh, changed my mind, it has. General Mike Flynn said this is not AI of Zuckerberg. This is a real thing, apparently. Josh Dunlap said leaked video of Mark Zuckerberg warning his staff not to take anything, but yesterday he admitted he regret working with the Biden and Harris administration to censor COVID information online. But hey, don't take the thing.
I share some caution on this because we just don't know the long-term side effects of basically modifying people's DNA and RNA to directly encode in a person's DNA and RNA, basically the ability to produce those antibodies, and whether that causes other mutations or other risks downstream. So.
Okay, go see your doctor. Mark Zuckerberg's not a doctor, I have to say that, okay? Please go see your doctor about things like that. They won't know either, don't worry. They really won't. Unless you get a good one. Dr. Dawn Michaels said, do you believe our government's been using harmful chemicals in our air, water, food, medicine for years? Yes, I do. And we need it to stop. Lee Raines said it's all on Kamala. According to the Department of Homeland Security, 300,000 children have gone missing at our border since Kamala was put in charge. The border czar, who claims she wasn't the border czar, but everyone was saying she was the border czar. All the press was, the media. So there you go, she is the border czar. Sweet Pea Bells said Dems are getting desperate in spite of a Supreme Court ruling new charges brought against President Trump in DC. Jack Smith's going to hang himself. Yep, he is willing to go down with the ship, he really is. Kyle Cheney said breaking grand jury has returned a superseding indictment against Donald Trump in Washington, D.C., retaining the same 4 core charges against him for trying to subvert the election. Projection, Your Honour, projection. Matthew Kamanzuli said, I'm not sure what's a parody anymore. Who are these people trying to impress? Birth strikers, never heard of it. Meet the women who refuse to have children until climate change ends. Oh dear God, you're going to be waiting till the end of time because climate changes all the time. That's why we have seasons for a start. That's on a small scale. Then we have bigger climate changes which happen naturally. It doesn't matter what you do. Okay, so that's maybe the best choice. Yeah, maybe just don't have children until they fix the climate. That'll help. Definitely. Okay. Zlati71 said Pavel Durov said he was lured to France by President Macron. It turns out that the French president invited Durov to dine together. Pavel told about this during interrogation by the police. The French newspaper Le Canard Chanet, I don't know, claims, but instead of lunch, Durov was met in France by local police. Macron did not officially confirm this, but local politician Florian Philippot said that this was quite in the spirit of the French president. Oh dear God. You need to hold these people accountable. We need to hold these people accountable. Oh, this will keep happening. It won't stop. It'll never stop until we hold them accountable. Cat Turd said reading answers that someone else wrote out loud isn't debating. No, it's not. Richard Grinnell said Kamala wants to change the debate rules so she can sit down at a desk with notes. She needs notes. I want to see this. I really want to see this. This is going to be funny as Trump and Kamala debating. He's going to wipe the floor with her. He'll use her head as a mop. I don't know, to wipe the floor with her. Okay. Roger Bernard said Satan chose Camel Toe, clearly not for her intellect, but for her total commitment and compliance to evil. Who chose Kamala? It wasn't voters. She went in 4 weeks from being the worst liability for the Democrat Party to the second coming of Christ without giving one interview, without showing up for a debate, without a single policy that anyone thinks isn't ridiculous. It's not a democracy, it's a coronation. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And the last one for the day. Nicole Shanahan said Kamala Harris is exploiting our innocent, bright-eyed youth who are captivated by social media to push an agenda that will ultimately harm them. This agenda risks repeating the tragic mistakes that led to the Great Famine my family endured in China at the turn of the 1960s. She's ushering in an era of widespread chaos and xenophobia, fueled by poor economic policies and divisive rhetoric towards fellow Americans. Oh, what happened there? It just moved. I know this because I was once used as a front for these people who promised that after defeating Donald Trump they'd focus on meaningful policies like regenerative farming and criminal justice reform. They lied, delivering instead chaos, open borders, unnecessary social controls, and a surge in violent street crime. And that's what this lady is trying to get away from and sees it happening again. Okay, guys, you can let me know what you think about all this down below. And this is just ridiculous. Like, the whole thing. Seriously, this is ridiculous. Okay, guys, you can let me know what you think down below. Do you think it's ridiculous or worse? I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.